What's up, everybody? This is Firefly Dash, bringing you another video today about Blue Archive. Today we're going to be going over the Joint Firing Drill, or JFD. And today we are going to be doing the shooting drill that is being played on the global servers and North American servers on the week of March 6th. So if you're on the week of March 6th, this is what we are going to be doing today. So firing drills are really weird in that you have to do a certain task within a certain amount of time with a certain amount of students with a certain amount of conditions with those students. So as much as I like new content in Blue Archive, I just find joint firing drills to be a snooze fest sometimes compared to raids such as Perorozilla or Bina. You're not really competing against anybody else, you're competing against yourself and your own time. That being said, there are people out there who like to min-max on joint firing drills, and that's okay. More power to you. But when it comes to me, and it comes to how I play the game, I want to play the game for fun. I do not want to mauled over crit. I do not want to mauled over how many times I have to restart the game in order to get the perfect run. I just want to play it, get a good score, and then log out. So I'm not that much of a hardcore player when it comes to that. So yes, gold does look better. Aruji Dono. I'm just kidding. If you can get platinum, more the power to you. So I don't diss on those people who like to crit maul or anything like that. So more power to you. It's just not for me. I prefer to just play the game, have fun, and use my waifus. Okay? Speaking of waifus, when I'm doing this event drill, you're going to notice that I have a lot of my characters that are my favorites within these. So, as you can see, I already have a today top score of 231. Most people might get a top score of 240, 250, or 260,000. I don't do that. If I can pass all 3 of my runs on stage 4 of the shooting drill, then I'm happy. So, of course, I can't start a drill because I don't have enough tickets because I already did them for the day, but I'm going to go ahead and do a mock battle and show you the students that I use and the way that I play it. So, as you can see, we have a shooting drill here. We're going to do 4. So basically, maybe I'll forfeit really quick. It's only a mock battle, yeah. So if I do the info, right? If I press info, you'll notice that I have a special defense type of enemy. It's labeled as a boss, and it does normal attacks, although this kind of enemy does not attack, actually. So you don't have to worry about, damage mitigation. You don't have to worry about bringing healers. Just bring raw defense, raw attack power for this type of drill, okay? So you don't have to worry about a tank, you don't have to worry about a healer, you don't have to worry about, what you need to do. You just need to make sure you bring damage dealers and do enough damage within a certain amount of time. Now, that being said, there are conditions on what kind of damage dealers you bring, right? And those conditions are right here under the special rules. So you'll see this is in indoor warfare. So if you have students that are really good in indoor warfare, bring them. If you have students that have blue armor, or so not blue armor, but blue attacking, this will be really good because the enemy defense type is blue, or special armor. The damage taken is proportional to the enemy debuffs, so the more debuffs that this particular boss has, or this particular enemy has, the more damage it will receive. So bring students that can debuff this enemy. And finally, damage from burn, chill, poison, passionate cheering, and shock effects increases. It also increases enemy HP. So these are the conditions. What you want to bring are blue students or purple students, which are, the Sonic students. And you want to bring students who can do burn, chill, poison, shock, blah, 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 right? Whatever debuffs you can give this boss will be a boon for your clear. Now, as always, if you do not like the students that I use in this joint firing drill, you can always go to the clear unit button here. And if you go to here, you'll notice that there are people who have cleared with these kinds of students, right? So let's say you don't like me using, I don't know, Midori or something. I don't like using Midori. I don't even have her. If you have Chise, or if you have, you know, not Akko, but what's her name, Akane, by all means, you can go ahead and copy these. They're here for you. This is why Blue Archive put them in the game. But I'm going to show you the students that I use, and you'll notice that a lot of the students that I use are just my favorite students, because that's how I like to play the game. So let's go ahead and do the mock battle now. So we're going to go ahead and enter. You have to complete 3 of these in a row, and then after that, your total score will be added up, and then that will be the score for the rewards that you get. So let's go ahead and start. So this is my first unit I'm going to use. We have Swimsuit Hanako. She applies debuffs, defense debuffs. We have Momoi and Midori. Now, separate, they don't do a whole lot, but when they're together, Momoi's attack does burn, and I think Midori's does a debuff that makes the enemy receive less healing. Michiru does burn damage when she does her EX skill, and she's actually going to be the ace of our unit. So yeah. At the bottom we have Himari for support, so that way that she can increase our recovery cost. And then of course we have New Year Fuka, so that way we can buff Michiru when she does her special attack. So now that I explained why I use these students, let's go ahead and do it. By the way, Michiru is such a cute student. She slept on heavily all the time. Alright, so let's go ahead and apply some burn. And I'm going to pause it right here, and as you can see up here, we have a burn debuff, and then we have this little yellow thing right here that'll keep track of the debuffs that we put on this box. Okay, we're going to go ahead and buff Michiru. Michiru has a 5 cost skill, so we're going to go ahead and not do that. Let's buff her again. Let's add more debuffs via Midori. Alright, there we go. As you can see, we already have 3 debuffs. I think it's time to use Michiru. We'll let her use her basic skill first. Okay, now let's do it. Look at that. Smack. Let's finish it off with Hanako. Alright, let's go to the next one. I'm gonna buff her again. Do this, do this. Alright, we have 4 stacks. Smack. We'll finish off with Hanako. Let's do it again. We're almost done. I'm gonna go ahead and use Momoi for burn, Midori for less healing. Let's go ahead and start buffing Michiru. Alright, we got Michiru buffed, and now let's kill him. And finish off with Swimsuit Hanako. One more time. Now obviously I didn't finish it in a faster time, but I'm very happy with this time, so I'm not going to complain much. As you can see, Michiru was our ace for this game. I believe she's heavily slept on. I believe she needs to be pulled. She needs to be loved. Someone out there has to give her love, because she's just that amazing. She's a dork. But, oh well. Let's continue onwards. So we got 1 checkmark done. Do it again. Okay, we're gonna do Unit 2. This time I have Miyu. Also, I have Akane. Okay, so for Miyu, she actually applies a special debuff on her EX skill. Her EX skill is a weakness detection effect to one enemy that lasts 10 seconds. Deals 30% of Miyu's attack as additional damage every time an enemy is with the effect is hit. So it's basically like a mini Wakamo in a sense. That's what Miyu's EX skill really is. But it does apply a debuff, and it does count towards the stacking of it. Akane, of course, because she applies a defense debuff. Wakamo applies a special debuff. I don't know if it's considered a debuff or not, but I do get like 4 of them. I do get 4 stacks every time. And then I do Maid Midori because I am surprised that she hits as hard as she does. And you don't have to pair her with Momoi to get like burn damage or anything like that, or any special effects. So yeah, we're going to put Midori as the sub DPS. And then of course we have Sumsu Shiriko at the bottom here to apply more defense debuff. And then we have Juri, just because Juri applies a debuff as well. What does her debuff do? I think, oops. Poison damage. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and do it. This might be overkill. It was overkill the last 2 runs that I did it, so not that I'm complaining. Start off with Akane. She's the lowest cost skill here. I don't think we'll do Juri. We'll use Miyu first. Actually, yeah, let's use her. Alright, she has 4, so we're going to use you. And then you, and then it's going to die. Yeah, honestly, it's overkill. It didn't even detonate. Wakamo's ult didn't detonate. Yeah, this is overkill. Okay. We allowed it to detonate this time because I didn't put all 4 debuffs on her. Or on the enemy. But let's go ahead and put all 4 debuffs on it. And then let's go ahead and finish it off. Bam, dead. Let's see who did the most damage here. We had Wakamo doing the most damage. And then of course we had Maid Midori doing the second most. So it worked out just as I had planned, as Midori being the sub DPS, Wakamo being the main. And then of course we have everyone using giving debuffs to the enemy, so that way we could kill it faster. Alright, let's do the last one. For my last pair of students, these are the people I'm going to bring. Of course, Momoi. I love her. Midori and Momoi, they are my favorite students. Of course, I'm going to try to integrate them into my team some way, somehow, and at least make them at least somewhat viable or competitive. Next, I have Shiroko Terror. Then I have Izuna for debuff, and then I have Izuna for auto attack along with Momoi. And then I have Akko for buffs, and then I have Hiyori for debuff. And I think her basic skill debuffs once, and then her EX skill debuffs again. So, this is what I'm rolling with. Let's do it. I'm gonna go ahead and wait for my cost to build up a little bit first. Okay, let's do it. Let's do Momoi. Momoi is probably the best single target Sonic dealer in the game right now. She just doesn't have much content to be used in, but that's okay. I still find ways to use her. I think I use her mostly in set. Oh, that was fast. Okay, that's one. Here's two. Here's three. See, Momoi is just shredding, and then of course Chiriko comes in and shreds even more. She wasn't done with her ult, that's crazy. I'm gonna buff her. Because why not? I want to have fun. I didn't even need to use Chiriko this time. Well, then again, her ult was still active, so... Or, sorry, not her ult, her EX skill. And yeah, that's about it. Chiriko Terra did most of the damage, and then of course, Momoi, as a main Momoi, did great as a sub DPS. If this was an elastic defense, I believe Momoi would have outshined Chiriko Terra because elastic is weak to Sonic and does twice damage, so Sonic does twice damage to elastic. Right now she's only doing 1.5 times damage to the special armor, but that's okay. There you go. Actually, this is the highest score I've ever gotten. So once you're done, it tallies up all the points, and actually this is the highest score I've gotten so far. So yay for me, I have optimized my rotation. Woo! Now, if you want to optimize your rotation just a little bit further, right? When you enter and you go to your character select screen, you can always use your starting skill, right? So you can always plan ahead and say, you know what? I'm going to use Fuka first so I can buff Michiru. And then I'm going to use... Actually, no. If I were to do this myself, I would be like, let's get you online for your defense debuffs, and then of course your burn debuffs, and then I would use Fuka. And so these three will appear in your cards, your EX skill cards later on. So that's just something if you want to optimize and min-max your run. I don't really do it unless I feel like it. And then yeah, that's about it. Anyways, thank you again for watching. I don't know what we'll do next time. We'll see. Maybe we'll do some pulls for Kisaki, or maybe we'll do a Grand Assault run or something. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful evening, wonderful morning, wherever you are in the world, and have a good day.